Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé Season 10 Episode 16 with This Ring I Wed Thee. So we're just going to get on right to it. I've been saying this for a long time and I'm going to try to make this quick. This is going to be a really quick recap because I'm only going to discuss in depth like two couples in depth because everybody else was just quick and whatever. So the first couple, I'll go through every couple, but two couples I'll talk more in depth of. The first couple we'll just get right away. Ashley and Manuel. We seen Ashley have a talk, ask Manuel to call his mother because his mother can't be at the wedding and stuff. They're in Florida. And Manuel's mom got the chance to talk to him. She was upset that she couldn't be at the wedding, but she basically gives them all the blessings and happy. Manuel was really emotional. Excuse me. Manuel was really emotional and stuff, and Ashley felt really good, and Ashley felt she was actually part of that conversation, and she felt good about that. So that was actually nice of Ashley to do that, and I'm glad to see Manuel have emotions and his family who's really supportive. Later with Ashley and Manuel, they get a voicemail from the wedding coordinator talking about there's about to be a tropical storm coming the day of their wedding. And we're a day out before their wedding, and a tropical storm is coming out. And Ashley, she likes to hyperventilate. She's going to be going crazy the day of her wedding. So now they're a little shocked about that, and she even mentioned she doesn't have a plan B. So we'll just have to see how that wedding comes. Like I said, it's about to be another. It's going to be another Brandon and Mary type wedding, I feel like, with that one. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, that was Ashley and Manuel. Next couple I want to talk is Sam and Citra. So, Sam, he's also a day out before his wedding, and he's ready to get his groove on with Citra, but he has to convert to Muslim. And so he goes to the mosque. His father shows up. His mom didn't, but his father showed up. They do the mosque thing, and he converted to Islam. He had to get the final blessing from Citra's father for them to get married. The father gave the blessing, and he's now Islam, and now they have to do the wedding. So we'll see how the wedding goes. So yeah, that was basically it from Sam and Citra. Next couple I want to talk is Rob and Sophie. So Rob and Sophie, we know they've been arguing. And finally in this episode, they actually had a normal conversation. Sophie started crying, and she asked Rob to basically show, act like you care, act like you need to work on things. And Rob said, I'm sorry how I talked to your mom. I'm sorry about the ways I said. I'll work on some things if you work on some things. And Sophie is just like, that's all I asked for, basically. And yeah, that was basically it. I mean, a couple heart to heart. She said, we're about to get married. And I went to do my wedding dress shopping. It just felt weird without us being on good terms and stuff. And so yeah, they finally had a conversation where they made up. So kudos to Rob and Sophie. So yeah, that was Rob and Sophie. Next couple, now we're gonna get right onto it, is Gina and Jasmine. So Gina and Jasmine. Okay, so they start out the episode with them going dress shopping. And Gina's actually there. And they're out picking a dress and drinking champagne. And they're having issues about the budget. Now, we all know Jasmine had gotten her little butt implants, and that was $10,000. And remaining $2,000 was from her ex-Dane. Now she needs to get a wedding dress that Gina's going to be paying for in Michigan. They pick out some dresses. One dress was $5,000. Another dress was $4,000 and $3,000. So Gina was complaining about his budget, basically, with that, and rightly so. But then, the dress person said, she had said that, finances are always an issue, and I never want to put myself into it. Some cases it's hard not to and stuff, but it is what it is. So they finally came to a compromise. Jasmine came up with this dress that's going to be only $2,000, and she said yes to the dress. So they agreed on that. And so then later, Gina and Jasmine, they go to a wedding venue in Michigan. It looked like a barn-type wedding. It was actually it was like an old stylic type wedding. And, Jasmine said, if this was in Panama, this would be great. But, I have to complain about being in Michigan to Gina because it just wouldn't be, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't complaining about being in Michigan. So there was that, and then her and Gina had a conversation about his family. Jasmine doesn't really want Gina's family at the wedding because they always judge her. She always feels like they judge her and everything. So in this episode, she mentioned that to Gina, and Gina, he's kind of tired of hearing about it, in my opinion. And so he decides to, let's all get together for another family dinner. So they go out to eat to a family dinner, and Gina's family, Jasmine opens up to Gina's family and says, you guys think the worst of me. I'm not like this, and that. I love Gina. I'm not a gold digger. I'm not this, and that. And I think it was Gina's sister, and say, we just saw some pictures on social media and you in a bikini, and we were just a little thrown off and stuff. But if Gina really loves you, we love you. But I got to know you, and you're a smart person and everything. So it's cool. So finally, they all got on the same page, and the conversation went really well, and Jasmine is finally going to accept Gina's family being at the wedding and stuff. Judging by the previews of the next episode, it looks like Gina and Jasmine will get married. So finally, it's been a couple years, but finally. So yeah. But yeah, that was Gina and Jasmine. And the last couple I want to talk is freaking Clayton and Annalie. So this couple, man, they're about to get married tomorrow. And the night before, in last week's episode, Annalie went out with Clayton's sister Brandy for her bachelorette party. And remember, she brought the male stripper. And Clayton had said, do not bring no strippers, anything but strippers. Well, stripper came. So in this episode, Annalie confessed to Clayton that Brandy had brought in a male stripper. I did tell him to get off and stuff, but he wouldn't. She said, I thought he was an immigration cop because he was dressed like a cop. And Clayton didn't take that well. Clayton said, you went against the rule and you accepted it or anything and everything. And she's like, yes and no. I can't just throw him out the window and stuff. So, Clayton's a little upset. He said, never again. He said in a stern voice, never again will this happen. Well, after he said that, Annalie just has a big freak meltdown and starts crying and goes and packs up her stuff. And I'm just like, she is immature. She is real immature. Now, well, I admit, should he have blamed Annalie fully for that? No, he should have blamed his sister. He even called his sister and say there was a stripper at the bachelorette party. And the sister was like, well, go talk to her, go give her a hug and say it's gonna be all right. And he was like, no, I'm not gonna go and apologize for something where I feel like I'm the victim on and everything. And he should have actually blamed Brandy for that because he kind of blamed Annalie for it, so I see why she's upset about that. But the way she's reacting, it's just come on, it's whatever. It's not, she didn't cheat and everything. He should have been more mad at Brandy than Annalie. So I see her point there. So later he goes and comforts Annalie and says, like, I'm more mad at the party than you. I'm not mad at you and stuff. And Annalie is like, can we put this conversation to rest? Because you're a person who wants to know every detail, and your questions are very repetitive and everything. And he's like, well, yeah, I would like to know more details. And she's like, well, that's the problem. You just can't let things go. So she was like, I'm gonna go sleep. She told her interview, she was like, I just want to go back to my country and never come back. And I just rolled my eyes at that. I was just like, you know what, girl, grow up. So she was like, I'm going to go sleep in a room and by ourselves and think about things. And judging by the previews of the next episode, she might be a runaway bride, possibly. Because everybody's there and waiting on her and nobody's heard from her. And I just think that Annalie, she had mentioned that there's a lot of immature things that Annalie's doing. I understand that Clayton lives with his mother, and the mother lives in a freaking closet and ain't got no space for things. But Annalie still hasn't told her father that she's getting married. Annalie wanted strippers at her bachelorette party. She said she was joking, but she really wanted them because, that's the party style in Peru. And everything. Now Clayton's upset that happened. Now you're gonna pack up your stuff because he's upset that you went against this rule. Like, come on now, Annalie. I just think that she's really trying to look for the easy way out, and that I don't even know if I know she's frustrated, but does she even love Clayton? I never even heard her say I love you, Clayton, yet. Clayton's like, I didn't spend all this money in 2 years to allow a stripper to break us apart the night before my wedding, basically. And so yeah, if she leaves, that's just immaturity. I'm sorry. I'm kind of Team Clayton in this situation. Yes, do I think that he should have been more mad at Brandy than Annalie? Yes, but any person would react the way he did and everything. Any guy, I should say. He should trust her more, yes, but still, Annalie shouldn't have reacted the way she did. And she starts crying and then packs up her stuff. Come on, girl, grow up. I like I said, I know she's frustrated, but still, just grow up. Grow up, Annalie. Just grow up. So yeah, I just have a certain opinion on certain things like that and stuff. I just hate when the nice guys, when something really minor happens and the nice guy gets upset and everything, they want to pack up and leave and run away and never come back and stuff. It's happened to me plenty of times. It's such a double standard because some of these people, they're in people who are in abusive relationships, they take the abusiveness when they're with someone who's not good for them. Then when they're with someone who's good for them and they have a disagreement, then they're scared. They're so scared of the good person more than they are the bad person. So, which makes no sense to me. So yeah, that's why I have a strong opinion on this with Clayton and Annalie. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's, like I said, it was quick. I seen in my review, we didn't see Nikki and Justin in this episode, and as we already know, Nick and Devin are married. So next week, though, there will be no 90 Day Fiancé next week. Next week is the Super Bowl 58. With the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. TLC has been generous enough to every year for the Super Bowl not to air 90 Day Fiancé that week. Now, normally I'm happy about it because I'm going to be watching the Super Bowl. But, the last 2 years, it's just been, the timing has just been off because we've, this year, we've already, for 90 Day Fiancé, we started the season back in October. And we had 2 weeks off. We had we had a 2 week break, 2 to 3 week break for the holidays. Now we have another break for the Super Bowl before we get ready for the tell-all. So I think there's 2 more episodes left before the tell-all. I think the tell-all is going to be 2 parts before we hit Happily Ever After. Hopefully I think this week we'll probably find out who the Happily Ever After couples are, but yeah, we'll wait to see about that. So yeah, there will not be a 90-day Fiancé episode next week because the Super Bowl. There still will be Single Life, so I'll be doing that. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I do the Single Life recap. And until then, y'all stay safe and have a good one. Bye.